Good morning. I thought it was going to be a mornings with Lucy because Stanley went outside to bark at somebody or something, and Lucy came in here and followed me, and it took me a while to get set up. So I was hoping to just be me and Lucy for a while because Stanley's just on fire this morning. They're both following me around the house thinking, are we going to go for a walk this morning? I did get up early to do it, and I just talked myself out of it. What's wrong with me? Today I have to take Stanley to the vet to get his rabies shot, so he'll be protected and we'll be protected from him. And Lucy's just here. She's like, I think she's trying to decide if she wants to stay here or not. There she goes. She's just gonna lay down on the floor. Bless her heart, she's getting so old. She's a sweet girl though. And Stanley, well, Stanley. So here we are. We're finally caught up. We're going to be on Thursday. Because I read Wednesday, then Monday, Tuesday. Now we're Thursday. Oh well. That's the way it goes. So, trying to think, we had a trustees meeting. We're getting a couple more bids for the heating and air conditioning. Just was on the phone this morning with a guy that someone recommended, and he's giving us a bid, and he's going to give us a bid for some different equipment. So it's up to us what we want to do. Anyway, it's exciting. He said that the new units are more efficient and they're blowing around the house, so the air should spread out more better. I mean, because it does great. I mean, in the wintertime, it's like an oven in the utility room, where the first place the air comes in, and it gets to the bedrooms. I've never had any complaints, but I wonder if I'm using more electricity, just trying to keep where I sleep cool enough in the summer and warm enough in the winter. So anyway, we shall see. I wonder, well, I don't know. I don't wonder anything. I don't know enough to wonder about air conditioning. Anyway, I guess I ought to put this feller outside so we can do our reading so I can get to work. It's going to be 80 degrees. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. You know, how many weeks ago was it that we were freezing to death? You know, it's funny. Everybody says, well, this is just Texas weather. You know, wait 5 minutes till it'll change. Every place I've been, they say the same exact thing about their weather. I think it might be a little more true in Texas, but just because Texas is so big, you know, just because of where we're located. But anyway, maybe I'm just, you know, we Texans are arrogant. I'm on this Facebook group called Native Texas of Facebook or something like that, and sometimes I just get sick of them. It's like, oh, we're the best in the whole wide world. It's like, you've never been anywhere else. How would you know? I want you to know that when I lived in New Jersey, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not supposed to enjoy. I'm from Texas. They might take away my Texas citizenship if I say I enjoyed living in New Jersey, but I liked New Jersey. New Jersey's beautiful. Did you know that? Everybody gives it a bad rap, and it's the armpit of America or whatever. And it's because they only drive on the New Jersey Turnpike, which just drives up, you know, by all this industrial stuff on the coast. Have you ever seen Texas City? Have you ever seen, you know, East Houston? There are parts all over that's not, but you go on the Garden State Parkway, beautiful. The town I lived in, Madison, it's just a beautiful little town. It's just town after town after town. Lush green grass, big tall trees. I mean, it's just incredibly beautiful. And, you know, the campus where Drew University is, where I lived, it's called The Forest. It's on 70 acres of wooded lands. It's just beautiful up there. And there's this little light on this remote control for my... it's supposed to work my phone, so I don't have to press the button on the phone. It's driving me insane. Anyway, so I just have to say that sometimes I'm a Texan. I'm proud to be a Texan, but sometimes it's like, get over yourself. Yes, you're great, but you know, other people love their states just as much as we do. and for a good cause. I mean, every place has something to be proud of. I should be a diplomat, shouldn't I? Here is, our reading today is coming from Psalm 40, 1 through 3. I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined to me and heard my cry. He drew me up from the desolate pit, out of the miry bog, and set my feet upon a rock, making my steps secure. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Happy are those who make the Lord their trust, who do not turn to the proud, to those who go astray after false gods. And I think I read a verse too many. The word of the Lord, thanks be to God. Good words today from the Psalm. So, here is our reading. 2 Cokes and a decision. We ended yesterday on the note, and of course this is Monday, so I've skipped a couple of days because I've messed up. This is Thursday of week 45, by the way. We ended yesterday on the note that to be silent regarding the highest is to be guilty of a guilty silence. John S. Bunnell tells of a man who was introduced to Rotary and to other clubs and institutions when he came into a new community to live. But when he stood before the church to be received into membership, he was surprised that the man who was sponsoring him was the same man who had introduced him to everything in the community, yet had not said a word about his church or his Christ. Vocal on the marginal and silent on the central. Youth is often more direct and to the point. 2 teenagers going out on a visitation evangelism campaign went to the soda fountain and said to the girl behind the fountain, "We want 2 Cokes and a decision for Christ." And they got a decision for Christ. If youth can do it, old age can do it too. And in Japan, a mother had reared 5 sons, all of whom turned out to be doctors. She could have felt lonely with all her children gone and could have developed self-pity. Instead, she said to herself, "Now that my physical family is gone, I'll raise a spiritual family." She and a 12-year-old boy linked up in visitation evangelism. He would carry her on the back of his bicycle to call on people. She won 9 people to Christ, including the leading drunkard of the city, also including the boy who took her around. And she did this after age 70. She had raised 2 families, physical and spiritual, and fell asleep on Christmas Day. In Korea, one would have expected the tides of war to leave the church in ruins. Instead, the Korean church doubled its membership during the war, from 500,000 to 1 million. Why? Because when the members were scattered, they witnessed, set up little groups for evangelism. They set up little groups for evangelism is an integral part of their Christianity. Before one is baptized, he has to show someone he has won to Christ, as a sign that he is a real Christian. That is mature in maturity. This is slapping me in the face again, this evangelism stuff. We're not good at it. The Methodist Church is not as good as it used to be. And I can't say for everybody, I'm not good at it. Here is our prayer for today. Well, I can say a little bit more universally. That's why the church is not growing. It's because we're not good at evangelism. And I thought a lot about it. It's like, I think we're not sure what we're converting people to. You know? I don't know. I need to think on that. Disregard that. Strike that last comment from the record. I just need to think more about that. Here is our prayer for today. O Lord and Master, I have one request. Put the impulse and the will to share you at the very center of my love and loyalty to you. For you shared yourself with me, unworthy as I am. Help me to catch the fire of your sharing and the blaze of your love. Amen. Our affirmation for the day. Freely have I received, so freely do I give, shall be my motive and my motto. Jesus is Lord.